What's up, guys? My name is Spartan, and welcome back to my tower. This is episode 25 of my Tour My Tower video series. This is a video series where I go through the ins and outs of my tower, show you guys the different upgrades we're doing, the different moves that we're making, etc. So, last episode, if you guys can recall, it was a pretty big episode. I've slowly been inching my way towards Glass Cannon for quite a while now, and well, I don't really know how else to say it, but if you guys can see what's going on here, we are farming Glass Cannon. Yeah, I did it, guys. If I wanted to, I could let this run continue on for another, probably another 1,000 waves or so, get close to the 2Q mark, and be done with it. But yeah, guys, we are finally at the stage of Glass Cannon, and I'm super excited. I've been wanting to do Glass Cannon for so long, but I just haven't been able to. I was missing a lot of prerequisites. So yeah, first things first, we unfortunately have to end this run, which is totally fine. Don't even care. You can see the highest waves that I've been able to get is actually 6,611. But for this run, we got 1.5 Q in 6.5 hours. And yeah, getting pretty close to 200k cells. So yeah, I've been farming Glass Cannon for about 4 or 5 days now at this point, and it's been really good. Let me just show you guys the stats page so that we can kind of dive into that. First and foremost, guys, we hit 118.58 Q lifetime earned coins. We are rapidly kind of progressing in terms of our econ. Things are getting pretty crazy. So yeah, super excited. In terms of the milestones, you can see I've done a few things here. So tier 16, I got a little bit of headway basically in 15 through 18, just getting some small minor rewards, and I'll cover why that is in a moment. But yeah, in terms of my farming, I think if you can recall what my stats page was last video that we did, my tier 12 run while I was still running EHP was around like 6,600 waves. And yeah, I mean, the coins were not even as good as what they show now. Most recent run in tier 12, which prompted me to start farming tier 13, was actually with Glass Cannon. So I was able to get 8,600 waves, almost 8,700 waves with Glass Cannon farming. And that was netting me a little over 2Q. So as it currently stands, if I do a full farming run, I'm making right around 2Q per run. And because I'm doing Glass Cannon now, my runs are a little bit shorter, and that's really skyrocketing my econ. But yeah, I hit that milestone pretty quickly, and that prompted me to want to try tier 13 farming. So I did my very first run with tier 13, got about 6,100 waves, and I've upgraded a few things since I first did that, and that now has me peaking at 6,600 waves. Still making 2Q. I did attempt to do a tier 14 farming run. I got to about 4,100 waves and got the coins that you can see here, 1.26 Q. So not quite ready for tier 14 in terms of farming, but on the bright side, we did get the tier 14 4,500 wave milestone. And that milestone actually got me this guy. Increased tower damage by 10%, which is perfect. That's exactly what I need. But yeah, guys, I'm still just probably going to stay in tier 13 for the meantime. It seems to be the best spot for me at the moment. Hopefully in the near future, I can move up to tier 14 and do even shorter farming runs, but we'll cross that bridge later on. But that's going to cover it for the stats page. Let's go ahead and talk about the workshop. All right, guys, so in the workshop, as you can see, we are now doing Glass Cannon. From last video to now, I basically had nothing upgraded in my attack upgrades because I was doing my Devoed Blender strategy. But now that has kind of changed a little bit. We are now doing Glass Cannon, so I've got like damage at 5,800, I've got damage per meter at 100. There's a few things here, but they all get maxed very quickly during the run just by free upgrades. In the defense upgrades, I have basically everything except my EHP stuff, and I also have landmines all at level 0. Because again, all of this stuff gets maxed out during the run, so I don't need to really worry about it. And if I turn it on too early, if I were to just max it, I will likely lose out on a little bit of coins. Only thing that's really changed in terms of the utility upgrades is I now have nothing leveled up in my enemy attack level skips, and I have moved my 400 levels into the enemy health level skips. Having 400 levels in enemy health skips basically lets me with Intra Sprint max all of my enemy health level skips by about wave 500 or so. So that's going to cover it for basically the workshop. Let's talk about the enhancements really quickly. So here are the enhancements. We've got 80, 80, 80 for damage, crit factor, and super crit multiplier. I'd like to kind of bring this up one by one here and there, so I think I'll go ahead and do like one level in each of these. Attack speed. I put quite a bit into attack speed, so 15 levels there. I may actually see if I can just get this up to 20. That might help me a little bit. And in terms of the defense upgrades, basically, I upgraded health and health regen until I could unlock landmines, spammed a whole lot of landmines so that I could unlock orb size. So I have 30 levels in my orb size, and that's why, if you notice, the orbs looked quite a bit bigger. It helps me a lot with just making sure to hit as many enemies as possible and more boss hits. More boss hits are always a good thing. And last but not least, let's touch on the ultimate weapons because some stuff has changed in here. So first and foremost, I used my packs for this month to basically get permanent poison swamp. That's right, we finally did it. We have a permanent poison swamp. I'm currently working on the labs for it. Current plan is to finish out the Chronofield range lab for my Chronofield loop. And after that, I'll basically be going all in on poison swamp labs. That's my plan at least. I think Poison Swamp is going to be really, really good for me, especially with Chrono Loop. Just because Chrono Loop is going to be pulling the enemies, basically spinning them into my Poison Swamp, which will hopefully then stun them, do a lot of damage, and then proceed to slow them afterwards. Really quickly, while we're in the Ultimate Weapon tab, shout out to all of you guys who have seen my Ultimate Weapon pick order guide. So far, the video has been received a little bit better than I was thinking it would be. I still stand by what I say. Death Wave is S tier. I don't care what anybody thinks. But yeah, in terms of other stuff that we picked up, we have now level 6 Chrono Loop. So that's been really, really nice. I don't think I've really done much else. Oh yeah, I put another click into Golden Tower Duration just for the sake of econ. Nothing too crazy there. So yeah, my plan with Chrono Loop is I would like to get it up to like level 7 at a bare minimum, but likely, I really need to get it up to about level 9. I think 9 is kind of notoriously the sweet spot for it, but I don't know. We'll see how it all shakes out as the months progress. But the other big thing I really need to continue doing is I need to do these last 4 levels of Golden Combo. Golden Combo has been super, super game-changing in terms of my econ, but that doesn't necessarily mean you should rush getting Golden Combo. Because I have spent so much time developing my other ultimate weapons and not just immediately rushing for Golden Tower, it allowed me to actually get better use out of it. I feel like if I had just rushed Golden Tower Plus, I likely would not be where I am right now. But yeah, that's actually going to cover it for the workshop enhancements and ultimate weapons. Let's go ahead and dive into the cards. Okay, so a couple new things here. First and foremost, you guys saw last video, we got a new card slot. So we have 19 card slots right now. This is currently my glass cannon setup. So I've got Demon Mode, Super Tower, Energy Net, Second Wind, Energy Shield, Plasma Cannon, Ultimate Crit, Berserker, Crit Chance, Damage, Attack Speed, Recovery Package Chance, Wave Skip, Wave Accelerator, Intro Sprint, Enemy Balance, Coins, Coin, Crit Coin, and Landmine Stun, which technically should be cash. I just have it in there because I'm trying to do this stupid mission. But a couple new card masteries. So I went ahead and picked up Coin Mastery. Coin Mastery is one that I'm planning on trying to have as my very first maxed card mastery. I think that would be a really good option. I've heard that generally speaking, you will get about a 30% increase once you fully max this card. So I'm gonna probably try to have this one be the first card mastery that I actually gold box. In addition to that, I got Enemy Balance Mastery. Again, another big econ one. This one in particular so that my cells do not sort of fall off, because I'm now farming tier 13, getting to about, 64, 6,500 waves. So not getting as many cells as my tier 12 runs. But what I have found so far, even with level 2 for this lab, it basically evens out versus just not having it. The cells completely even out, but the coins, it's not even comparable. Like, I'm making so many more coins now per day. I believe per day I'm averaging about 6Q per day, doing 3, 6.5, 7 hour farming runs, and yeah, it's been great. But yeah, I don't know if I will really try to take this lab much higher for the meantime. There's other stuff I want to get done first that will enhance both my tournaments and my farming. And what those are damage mastery. I really need to get this one higher. Also, I really need to work on super tower mastery, continue developing that. And I'd like to finish demon mode. Demon mode would. But in terms of farming, the main two I really want to do after the coins mastery is 100% intro sprint and wave accelerator. I'll probably do wave accel first, because I've heard you technically get a bit of a higher return from this mastery versus intro sprint, but they both have such a good synergy together. I've been trying to just level them up sort of in time with each other. So like, I'll do one wave accel, then follow it up by one intro sprint. And I'll likely just continue that process till they're both maxed. But my first priority is making sure I have enough coins available to fully max the coins mastery. That's my current primary objective. But that's actually going to cover it for the cards. Let's briefly touch on the modules. Modules. Levels are slowly but surely increasing, I guess. Here we go. We got another one. So yeah, we're doing stuff. We're slowly but surely working on it. Still don't have an ancestral death wave cooldown, but that's okay, we'll get it. As you guys recall from last video, I went ahead and picked up the assist module for the cores, and that is mostly for the sake of glass cannon farming, but it's also been nice for my tournament runs because I can use Chip. Chip has worked pretty well as my assist, with Dimension Core as my primary. Things are going pretty good. I don't think I'm really going to be pursuing assist mods for the near future. I really just wanted to pick up the core one because for me it was pretty essential for converting to glass cannon fully. So that's why I did that. One of those precursors that I was kind of alluding to. But that's going to cover it for the modules. Let's go ahead and talk about the labs. All right, guys. Things are happening. Things and stuff. So check this out. Lab 1 will, for at least 10 more days, be dedicated solely to lab speed until it is gold boxed. Guys, we have been doing this for so long, and by next video, by next Tour My Tower, lab speed will be gold boxed. I'm very, very excited with the labs, and I'm going to kind of go through the rest of these really quickly and then explain why. But yeah, we're almost done with lab speed. Lab 2, we've got Chronofield Range. I, for some reason, thought that you weren't supposed to take this all the way to max, but apparently that is incorrect. So I'm now taking Chronofield Range all the way to max level, which I believe is level 20. Shouldn't be that bad. So far, the levels have not been too intrusive, like 4 days or something like that for levels to go to level 17. So I'm going to continue working on this for a little bit, then likely kind of pivot over to working on Poison Swamp labs. Lab 3 will be dedicated to coin mastery, or really just any mastery, until basically I can start getting some good headway with these, because holy crap, they're expensive. But yeah, for the meantime, it is coin mastery. Hopefully looking to gold box this guy. Lab 4 has kind of been a flex slot for me. I've had different card mastery labs in there. I had enemy balance for 2 levels. I've had really just a bunch of random stuff in here, but currently it is enemy health level skips. I need to finish these last 5 levels, and then that will be completely gold boxed. And last but not least, Lab 5 is Shatter Shards. Similar concept to Lab Speed. We have 36 days left on 4 times speed. We are slowly but surely trucking along with this lab, and then it will be done. So the reason I said I'm super excited with the labs in particular is because there's so much stuff in here I just need to work on, I want to work on. Mostly my ultimate weapon labs. Like, I'm finally to the point I can start doing some of these like damage ones. Like, I need to finish out shock chance. I need to work on my poison swamp labs. Smart missile labs, so that I can eventually start working on that ultimate weapon. There's a lot of stuff in here that is really, really valuable for me now, both in terms of farming and tournament runs. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the ultimate weapon research in the near future. Also, like I mentioned, card masteries, it's been quite the process, but oh boy, we'll slowly but surely work on these. I'm super excited because I'm about to have 2 of these labs that have been perma for so long finally finished, which will enable me to actually work on things that I more so want to work on. But yeah, that's actually going to cover it for the labs. Let's go ahead and talk about the tournaments. All right, guys. Surprise, surprise, we are still in Legends League. Things are going okay so far. But we actually had a new personal best. For those of you that kind of watch my tournament live streams, shout out to all of you guys. But we got a new personal best for highest waves. My previous best was 765 waves, finishing at rank 6. And last tournament, I actually got 830 waves and finished at rank 6. We are improving, guys. We are steadily improving. If I kind of scroll down, you can see the gradual sort of progression. Some runs I did better, some runs I did worse, but if you were to put it on a chart, you would see a gradual increase. So, yeah, it's been a go, that's for sure. I'm very excited with how the tournaments are going in particular. I'm getting so close to like that top couple rankings. So, obviously, we likely will not get rank 1 or rank 2 anytime soon, but we might get like rank 5, we might get rank 4 someday, who knows, we'll see. And now let's really quickly talk about the vault, because I did get something new in the vault. So, obviously, you guys remember last episode, we got another card slot, and I had 15 keys a couple days ago, and I was really torn on what to kind of get. I originally really considered getting this last level of enhancement discount and then saving up for the ad gem stack and starting that path, because that is a really cool thing. I also really considered going ahead and getting the 20th card slot. And I also considered going ahead and getting smart demon mode automation for tournaments. Maybe buy me an extra 5, 6, 10 waves, something like that. But what I ended up doing was actually, because I'm doing glass cannon farming, I went over to the power tree and I unlocked the first level of ultimate weapon damage. So I now have a 5% boost on all of my ultimate weapon damage, and that's been really, really helpful. In my tier 13 runs, I basically gained about 400 extra waves just by unlocking this first level. But that's actually going to cover it for the tournaments and the vault. Let's go ahead and talk about the guilds. Shout out to This Is Sparta. You guys are crazy. You guys have all been killing it. Especially you, Dark. Good stuff, dude. Anyway, we haven't really done too much in the guild stuff. I mean, we're still just running fetch, have not touched fetch, and we're running bounty. I mean, the only thing I really have been doing was recently I synced up the cooldown with fetch and bounty so that they both are at 100 seconds. I don't know if the multipliers even stack. I would assume maybe. I don't know. But I went ahead and synced them both up. I don't know. The guardianships, like fetch, has been really good, but it's still kind of underwhelming at this point. But in terms of the store, we only have 2 more real cosmetics to get. We need the Glen Guardian skin, the little frog guy. We also need the Pixel Soldier. And then after that, I'm going to get the Brave Heroes, some more improvement for my tournaments and farming runs. And I might as well just get the World Domination. Why not? But yeah, that's actually going to wrap it up for the guilds. And really quickly, if you guys are still watching right now, thank you. Thank you for staying around. I appreciate it. If you're enjoying the video, maybe consider liking, subscribing, dropping a comment, letting me know how your tower's going, different stuff like that. But let's go ahead and talk about the events. In terms of the guild shop, kind of bought the normal stuff, 2 levels in stones, 2 levels in gems, and we've bought the themes, obviously. One thing that is different, we now have Amplify bot. So yeah, I went ahead and sort of just cracked and got Amplify bot. Most people will say don't even touch any of the other bots until you fully max golden bot. But because I don't like doing things that are technically proper, I wanted to go ahead and get it. And, you know, it's getting me one step closer to good, secured glass cannon farming, so I really can't go wrong with going ahead and picking it up. And just look at how cool it looks. Look at it go. But yeah, guys, that is actually going to wrap up today's episode of Tour My Tower. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, do consider liking and subscribing. I would appreciate it. You don't have to, but if you did, I would greatly appreciate it. Trying to grow this little community, this little YouTube channel. And speaking of community, we have a community Discord server, Spartan's Tower server. It's a cool place. We have lots of fun in there. We've got 1,900 members in the Discord server. It has been growing like a weed, and it is awesome. So if you're not already in the Discord server, I simply have one question for you. What are you doing? Get in here. Anyway, guys, like I mentioned, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Tour My Tower, but thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to all of the 300, my YouTube members. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to any of you guys that have been using creator code 300. Really appreciate you guys. You guys are just great, and I've been feeling very blessed recently. I've been really just blown away with the love and support. So yeah, I have really nothing else to say other than thank you guys. And with that, that's going to wrap up this video. But like always, I will see you guys later.